Because you're in a very exciting time right now. We're looking at moving out of this movie theater into a, I don't want to call it a permanent location. How do you know there's no such thing as permanent?
That's right.
Into a 24/7 location. Why are we doing that? Well, there could be a lot of reasons. You know, there was a group of people that came at 6:30 this morning and set this up and tear it down and set it up and tear it down. Some of you, I thank God for them. But we're not doing it so they won't have to do that. I think that will be a nice side benefit. That's not why we're doing it. We're doing it for ministry's sake. We're doing it so that we can have a place 24/7 that we can do ministry. Wouldn't it be great? You've heard me talk about the Dream Center. Wouldn't it be cool to have that kind of activity coming out here in Asheville and being able to do some very, very cool things with all kinds of ministry? Debbie and I have been privileged to be a part of being able to give, being able to invest in times like this many times. By the way, when Wes did it, when the Somerville campus did it, when Irmo did it, not only did God multiply ministry, but they exploded in growth. Because there's lots of people that need to know Jesus in incredible ways. And I'm believing that here for Asheville also. Mm-hmm. But I remember our first time that we did it in Mount Pleasant. We had less people than you have in this room right now. At our not including even the early service in our Mount Pleasant campus. We'd been going about three years, I think. And we had less people than this. And we were going to move from a school at that point to a semi-permanent, actually our first building. And we challenged the people, would you sacrifice and give? And would you allow God to speak to us? And, you know, at first that was scary, but then we got excited about it. Deb and I, we prayed, and God gave us a number that was bigger than we didn't have any margin at that point. We've learned to, you know, manage our lives with a little bit of margin now. We didn't have any margin. So we said, God, we're going to give on faith this, and you're going to have to really help us to know how to do it. And the exciting thing is that we were able to give every penny of it in that first deal because God gave us some creative ideas on how to get more resources through some investment things. And then we did it again, and we've done it 3 times now. And I actually look forward to every time that we do it because it's sowing into God's kingdom. And God is not limited by just the natural to take care of us. And Malachi says, see if I won't do some supernatural things. And so we're challenging each one of you to give today, next week, and throughout this year to maybe sacrifice some things that you would normally take to create margin to give. Maybe to ask God, you know, what can we sell? Or, God, what's a creative idea where we can have more resources that we can give? I'm challenging her to do that. It's the greatest investment that you can ever make in the kingdom of God. I am convinced that there is no greater investment in the world today than God and Sons. Would you agree with that?
Amen.
And so I want to challenge you to do that. In your bulletin, there was